Welcome to my new video series. My name is Björn Friedrich and today I'm very excited to be here to show you the false choke and the reverse seat belt. These two techniques are really amazing and they are a great addition to your existing game from turtle top position or from situations where you can do the crucifix or can take the back. You will see that these techniques I will show you today and the whole system I will show you today is something that you can easily implement in your game. But before we start, let me explain you what the false choke is and what the reverse seat belt is and how it is connected together. Well, the false choke, some people call it the Bulldog Choke, is a way of choking that is usually not very common in Jiu-Jitsu, and I think most people would say it's a wrong technique. You know, it's a false technique. That's why I call it the false choke. You see, normally you are taught to choke with the classical seatbelt, for example. So when you're here, let's say you control with the seatbelt, you put it to the side, you lift him up, and then you are behind him. You have chest-to-chest contact, and you might get the hooks in here, and then you keep chest-to-chest contact, you see, and I'm behind him, and then my arm is choking him while I'm chest to back. You know, I'm not chest to chest, chest to back. So I'm basically behind him. The Bulldog Choke or false choke looks like this. Usually it's done from turtle, but you can do it from other positions too, which you will see. And the Bulldog Choke or the false choke is you grab him and you choke here. Either you choke with your hands this way or you close, you see? I'm turning away from my opponent. There is a little contact between my side of my ribs and his shoulder and rib area, but I'm not chest to back, you know? I've turned away from him and I'm choking him. And as you might see, it's a clean choke. I mean, you can see that the middle of my arm is right in the middle of his throat, you see? The V is perfectly lined up and I can pinch and choke or choke this way or choke that way. So the choke itself is very clean, like a rear naked choke. But why it has such a bad reputation in Jiu-Jitsu, why it is for most people a wrong and false choke, well, the reason for this is very simple. If you only have the choke, if you only have the neck, you have no control at all. So if he puts me into the false choke here, you see, if he can choke me, you know, that's okay. But if I'm able to go around his neck and put him down, for example, I'm out. One more time, if I'm able in some way to rotate to this direction, you see, I may be out. I can control here, but usually I'm out. You know, if he's squeezing here, there's no way he can put me into a choke. So the good thing is, it's a clean choke. The bad thing is, you can escape. You see, there is no control. You know, like when you have the mata leao, you have the hooks or you have the crucifix position. That means there is a controlling the rotational force and controlling his ability to rotate and to escape. With the Bulldog Choke or the false choke, this is not there. You see, if you only have this choke, it's a do or die situation. You either choke him if you're fast and explosive, or he will escape. Because all it needs is his chin goes down and you can't choke him and then he will escape. You see, like you saw before. So that's the point why a lot of people in Jiu-Jitsu will tell you this is a false choke. Because you lose it if you don't be fast and explosive. And since Jiu-Jitsu is not built around athleticism, people are right. It's not good to use the choke in that way because you might lose it. You see? But the same thing is with the mata leao. If you don't have any kind of control, you will lose it. So you have the seat belt, you have the hooks, you have all that stuff. Here with the false choke, it's the same. But you don't have the seat belt, but you have what I call the reverse seat belt. And that means you can control his ability to rotate. So let me show you. If I'm here and I'm only controlling the neck, he can turn away, move away, whatever, if he puts his chin down. It may be, it's uncomfortable for his face, but if he's a tough guy, he doesn't care. So what I need is, I need to control not only his neck, but I need to control his shoulder and his neck and his head. So if I control this direction, you see, if I make a circle around, a closed system around his arm and his neck, and I grab my own leg, that means he cannot rotate easily because I stop the rotation because I have a good grip here. I have the shoulder that is slowing down everything he wants to do. I can break his structure by just controlling here, here, and then I can move on. So that is why the reverse seat belt comes into play. So you have the false choke, very effective, but you need something that stops the rotation. And that is where the reverse seat belt comes into play to help you out.